Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we'll talk about the 3 best camera smartphones you can buy below price point of 15,000 in India. So today we have seen a lot of smartphones come up with really great camera, and camera being one of the important aspects when you choose a new smartphone. So previously cameras were a priority aspect for only flagship, but of late we have seen really great cameras come up even in the budget segment. So below 15,000 we have a lot of options. We previously did a video on the best smartphones you can pick below 15,000, so we'll leave the link for that video in the description of this video. Now we'll talk about the best camera smartphones you can buy below 15,000 in India. So let's get started with 3 best smartphones to buy below 15,000 in India. So first step in the list is the Coolpad Cool1. So the Coolpad Cool1 was announced towards the end of 2016, and this was previously announced in China, and this is in partnership with Leica. So that's a parent company of Coolpad, and the Coolpad Cool1 is the first smartphone in India with a dual camera setup. So you can see the dual camera on the rear panel. It has a dual 13 megapixel camera, f2.0 aperture, and the specialty of this device is that it comes with 2 sensors. One is RGB sensor, one is a monochrome sensor, and the software processing combines these 2 images and produces the best clarity image. Along with that, you also have a dual tone dual LED flash. There is 4K video recording support, and on the front panel we have an 8 megapixel selfie camera. So now talking about the camera quality of this phone, we already did a detailed camera review. You can also check out that video. So the camera quality looks really good, and in daylight conditions it produces really good shots, but occasionally you could see that the color saturation levels are slightly on the higher side, and it produces slightly saturated images, not really the best colors, but still it's one of the really good cameras out there. And even the macro shots and the close-up images looked really good, and the low lighting capabilities of this phone is one of the highlight because of the dual camera setup. It produces really good low light camera samples, and even the selfie experience also really good, and the advantage that it also supports 4K recording because it has Snapdragon 652 octa-core chipset, which actually supports 4K recording. So it's overall is a really great camera in this price point. So overall the Coolpad Cool1 produces one of the really good cameras in this price segment with a dual camera with f2.0 aperture, and we also have face detection autofocus on this camera. So that's one good camera in this segment. So next up we have the Honor 6X. So Honor 6X is again a recently announced device which was announced last month, and this also comes with a dual camera setup. We have a 12 and 2 megapixel camera, and the 2 megapixel secondary camera is used for depth of field, and this is unlike the Coolpad Cool1. There is no monochrome and RGB sensor separately, but it does have this filter for black and white images. Other than that, it also comes with a face detection autofocus, f2.0 aperture, then we have a LED flash, and also a 8 megapixel front facing camera for selfies. And the clarity of images taken with this device was really good. The color quality was one of the highlight of this device when taking photos in daylight conditions, and even the macro shots also looked really good. But on the low light imaging front, this was not as good as the Coolpad Cool1, although it did produce some really good images, but the Coolpad Cool1 definitely had an edge in low light images. And overall it is again one of the good camera smartphones you can pick below the 15K price point in India. So that's the Honor 6X, and so if you want to check out the detailed camera review, we also have camera samples and detailed camera interface and all the stuff uploaded, so you can also have a look at that. So that's the second option when you compare with the Coolpad Cool1. It also has a dual camera. Now the third one is the Moto G4 Plus. So Moto G4 Plus is one of the popular devices in this price segment. It was announced almost a year back. It was announced somewhere in May 2016, and the successor is almost in the making. The Moto G5 Plus is coming up pretty soon. So this is still one of the good cameras available, and it has a 16 megapixel shooter, and this has the laser autofocus, face detection autofocus, f2.0 aperture. So it's a really good camera, and it also has dual tone dual LED flash, and it has a 5 megapixel front facing camera for selfies. Now the good aspects is that it produces some really good shots, and it may not be as good as the Coolpad Cool1 or the Honor 6X in terms of the specification because there is no dual camera, but it does produce some really good shots, and the camera interface is also pretty simple and straightforward, so that's another added advantage for the Moto G4 Plus. But then there are some issues with the Moto G4 Plus. Prolonged camera usage can hang the device because of heating issue. So we're not talking about that. We'll just highlight the camera aspect alone, and this is definitely one of the good cameras available in this price segment. So now we have discussed about three really good camera smartphones in the sub 15k price point. So which is the best camera out there? So again, it's a really tough choice to highlight one device with the best camera, because all these three camera smartphones are really good when you take images, but then you need to prioritize which is your important aspect. If you're taking most of this photography in daylight conditions and you want the real colors, then we would suggest the Honor 6X, because it produces really good colors, and HDR is also really good. Now if you're looking for low light images and added features like 4K recording and additional features, then Coolpad Cool1 definitely has an edge in low light photography and does work really well. Now the camera interface is really good on a 6X as well as the Coolpad Cool1, because it offers a lot of additional features when compared to the Moto G4 Plus. It's pretty simple and basic interface. So if you're looking for a lot of additional features like filters and modes in your camera smartphone, then probably Honor 6X is the better choice, because the camera interface is really feature rich. A lot of additional modes and features are included. So you need to prioritize on which is important aspect for you, and based on that you can buy any of these devices, and all of these produces really good camera shots. So these were the three smartphones with the best camera below 15,000 price point in India. Other mentions include the Lenovo's K6 Note, which is again an above average camera. Even the Redmi Note 4 produces some really good shots, but not the best. Again, it definitely is an above average camera, and these are some of the other phones you can buy if you're not really worried about the best camera but you still want an above average camera. These are the other options. But if you're looking for the best camera, obviously you need to pick one of these devices, either the Honor 6X, the Coolpad Cool1, or the Moto G4 Plus. So those were the three best camera smartphones available for the price of below 15,000. Hope you liked this video. If you want more of these kind of videos, do hit the red subscribe button below. We'll be uploading more videos similar to this. And if you're looking for the best smartphone below 15,000 pricing in India, we already have done a video on that. You can also check out the link available in the description of this video. So that's all guys. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.